Children were picked up from outside school gates. Teachers knew. Pastoral teams went looking for children and picked them up from houses. And these are 14-year-old girls, white girls, 14-year-old working class, from houses with Asian men. Now, men in their 30s, 40s, 50s. There's statutory safeguarding protocols that should have been followed. All of that went by the wayside. Of course, the classic takeaways and the nighttime economy, but it was organised. It was organised. Shabir Ahmed, the ringleader of the Rochdale grooming gang, worked out of a community centre. He was selling children out of a community centre. He had a black book of his, and he was making appointments. All of it hidden. He was establishment. He also was a senior figure on the board of trustees of the Citizens Advice Bureau. These are establishment Asian figures involved in the systematic grooming and gang rape of working class white girls. And Shabir Ahmed was a prominent figure in the Labour Party, and there are councillors to this day in that council chamber who knew him. These were racially motivated crimes, where the victims were white and considered to be an underclass by a metropolitan liberal, so-called liberal elite of whites who considered these white girls to be, and this isn't my words, making lifestyle choices. These are the words of the social workers. So how can a 12-year-old girl make a lifestyle choice to be in a takeaway, on the top floor of a takeaway with 20 men downstairs waiting to take their turn? It's horrific. Once you go into the graphic details of what happened, it's horrific. Yet none of these people are arrested. None of these people have been prosecuted. Why? It's because working class white girls were a price worth paying. They didn't matter enough. In a town like mine, they didn't matter enough.
What did matter enough?
Votes, votes, power. 100% votes and power. The girls were white, and these were racially motivated crimes. No doubt whatsoever. You take the definition of racism in any other context, apply it in here, and every marker will be ticked. These were racially motivated crimes against white working class girls.
Which demographic is responsible for grooming and rape in these northern town scandals?
Predominantly Pakistani, occasionally Bangladeshi, almost exclusively Muslim. And I've been arrested for saying that, and I'll keep saying that. This town is run by gangsters, and the Labour Party are in bed with gangsters. And the reason why they're in bed with them is because they're reliant on the block vote. And I'm not on about wider gangsters, very specific Pakistani gangsters, Bangladeshi gangsters, the Islamists from the mosques. The Labour Party have made partnerships with the most despicable of groups, and they are reliant on these people to provide them with a block vote to stay in power. They've sold our children and they look the other way. These people peddle drugs, and if you go to every one of these towns, what you will find, and this is the bit I find really troubling, liberal white women. So I'm talking about, and I'm saying the word women on purpose, I'm like, part of me thinks, these are girls who have been gang raped. Surely there's some sort of empathy with women, yeah? And these are liberal white women who are quite happy to forget all of that because it comes back to politics. All of this comes back to politics and the protection of the Labour Party and the dependency the Labour Party has on these block votes.